Hey podcasters, Ryan Otto here. Before today's episode, I just want to let you all know that I've gone all in short letting on booking.com. Back in 2005, the returns were good, but nothing like what we're achieving 14 years later. Because right now, every £1,000 of market rent I used to receive from a tenant is now returning £3,000 per month on the exact same rental property, which is a rental increase of 199%. My friends, if you leave a podcast review and tag me with it on any social platform, I'll send you a free copy of my rent arbitrage model, which is the unlock for you to do the same. And right now, guys, it's completely free. In this training, we will be covering solving letting agents' biggest problems. Now, this strategy is very effective. It's very powerful too. And it can provide you with multiple deals on a regular basis from one relationship that you build once. Now, this alone can fill your pipeline with deals. Now, agents, letting agents, they're established as the go-to companies when a landlord or a homeowner needs to rent their property, right? Now, you'll find that the city you're in is littered with agents on every street, and landlords, they have their favorites. Now, this means the majority of landlords looking for a tenant, they go and instruct a letting agent rather than going it alone. However, there is a minority that do still advertise themselves on independent landlord sites such as Gumtree, such as OpenRent. Then you have the classified adverts in the local papers. And then there's lots of other local direct renting websites. Now, they're constantly gaining traction and popularity, these sites, but now I don't know of those classified websites in your particular city unless I've done some business there. But a quick look online, you will find and you'll quickly discover where landlords are advertising their properties for rent if you just search as a tenant looking to rent a property in that particular city. Now, a quick search on Rightmove, you'll start to see every single day new properties that are very suitable for you to earn up to £42,000 a year from with the perfect property deal. Now, these properties are available every day. It's like every single day a new one or multiple new properties are listed, and they would generate enough money to replace your average salary. So whatever you do, don't ignore this strategy for finding deals that can pull you towards everything you want. So how do you position yourself to have the landlord that's already on with an agent consider your offer or even see your offer? Now, there's two methods that work. You can contact the agent, let the agent know your intentions. In another training, we go through how to structure your offer in detail. But for now, a simplified version would be for you to contact the agent. You would let the agent know that you're a company, you're a business, you can provide a guaranteed rental income for their clients. You can ensure there's no voids. You can ensure there'll be no evictions and no eviction costs. And there'll be absolutely no hassle, no problem tenants as well. You're basically a problem solver for their landlords. Does that make sense? So in a little summary, here's the typical questions and answers that the letting agent would typically ask you at that first meeting. And here's some of the replies. The agent would say, "Who pays the rent?" You would say, "We pay the rent. And we pay the rent in advance, every single month." Now, even if the property was left vacant, so during voids, we still pay the same rent. The agent would say, "Who pays the deposit then?" You would say, "We pay 1 month's rent as a deposit, and we can lodge that deposit in any government scheme. Or we would just hold 1 month's deposit, accordingly based on the type of agreement that we have issued with our client. If it's a short let, obviously it doesn't have to be protected." The agent would ask, what tenants do you put in the property? You would say, professionals, always, never sharers. We never do roomlets. We don't get involved in any of the complications and legalities with HMOs. That's just not our business model. Corporate tenants mainly, they're our clients. And there's quite a few which are usually homeowners themselves. They're looking for shorter period stays, 3 months, a couple of months, maybe a month or even a week. And these guys, our clients, need the flexibility outside of a rigid, fixed 6-month AST. The agent would ask, so will you rent to council tenants and tenants on benefits? Now you would say, no. We only rent to the highest caliber tenants to ensure we are paid and we have the least amount of hassle, because it's us who's responsible to pay the rent and look after the property, even when the tenant we put in the property may not pay us the rent each month. We're responsible. So it's the best, highest caliber tenant we can find. The agent would ask, so you'll be sort of subletting then really, won't you? Our clients don't really accept subletting. You would say, no. Just like when you manage the landlord's property, we would effectively be doing something like the same or similar. Managing the property with a management agreement. It simply gives us the permission to change the tenants at our discretion. And we're 100% responsible for the rent, the deposit, for the damage, for absolutely everything, no matter what. So no, there's no subletting. The landlord or the agent, would ask, will you be renting the rooms on Airbnb then? You would say, no. We don't rent any rooms on Airbnb or any other website that does rooms. Our clients are professionals. They're directors. They're senior staff at companies. They're in the area on business. They're business travelers. Now these guys, our clients, prefer and they demand a home from home instead of a hotel. Now we provide them with a home from home. Exactly what they want. We give that to them. Now, many are homeowners themselves. But during the low seasons, to fill the voids if we have any, we may only then use the higher end business traveler booking sites, such as the Genius and the corporate travelers on booking.com for business and shorter stays, but at least 3 days plus. Now, our model is based on 1 week stays to 4 week stays. So we have less clients to deal with. Many are professionals, like I said. They're business travelers on business or short-term contracts in the city. And they usually need to stay with us Monday to Fridays. We have some regulars Monday to Fridays or longer. So we need the flexibility. That's all we need to change our tenants as a business let, a company let. So we can change our tenants in real time at our discretion. That's why we become the tenant. We enter into the agreement. We pay the deposit. We pay the rent. We're fully responsible for everything. We are the tenant. But we have a management agreement. Now this enables us to relocate our clients at any time in real time. The agent would ask, so if I introduce a landlord to you, we'll lose that introduction fee for finding a tenant, because a landlord wouldn't pay, would he? You would say, no. You would still receive that fee from the landlord for introducing us. We're a tenant. A company tenant. A business tenant. Agent would ask, but we'd lose the management fees and commissions then, wouldn't we? You would reply with, if you were instructed to manage, then no. You would still receive the fees from your client and you would manage or virtually manage us because we would be managing the asset in our portfolio completely free. So you could still virtually manage, collect that commission if that's what your client would prefer, if that's what you need to do to have this agreed. It's absolutely your call. The agent would ask, so do you pay referral fees? You would say, yes. we pay 50% of the first month's rent on entering into an agreement, every single deal. Now, a note here is you can increase that or reduce that accordingly. Now, the benefits to working with us are you guys get to let anything that's not letting. It can be the same day as well. All you need to do is call us. We'll have a look online. We'll jump inside. We know exactly what we can offer. We know what properties work and what don't. And we can make a decision the same day we get inside the property. That's it. That property's let. So you get to let properties that landlords would maybe be taking back from you because you've had them a while and they haven't let. Or there may be other agents, if it's on with multiple agents, that may let that property before you so you don't get any fees. So you get to secure your commissions before the property is let by any of your other competitors by working with us. We'll get your problem properties let instantly. Even the overpriced ones that don't work for the local market, they work for us. Now we can decide on the same day you contact us and let us inside. Now we can bring in revenue from properties that you can't let for any reason. You're going to save time, you'll save money, avoiding all those viewings and calls from tenants and landlords on properties that just aren't letting. Now you're going to get to earn management commissions for not actually managing or virtually managing because we manage the asset in our portfolio, which will save you time and you'll earn more money for actually doing nothing. So, do you have a property in mind or some properties that you could start with and we can have a look at and we can test this out, and what would you prefer? Remember, using the tools and education you're learning in this training, you can take the local AST rent from £1,000 a month in the rental market to £3,000 a month in the short-let rental arbitrage market, booking.com. So you always have that huge margin to play with, which means you can offer the agent more than they could achieve from a local tenant, which means they will earn a higher introduction fee from the landlord and the fees they will earn from you as well. So if the agent is managing the property, they will also earn more money in management commissions every single month by convincing their client to accept your business or corporate letting offer. Pretty exciting, right? Hey podcasters, thanks for listening. Please go ahead and share the podcast with your friends. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe so I can instantly deliver my best business tactics and entrepreneurial content to you the second it's released. Does that sound like a good deal?